Good morning. Steve Ray in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Markets are mixed after the USDA report yesterday. Beans down about 2 cents. Corn's up 4. Wheat's up 4 in Chicago. Stocks look to be a little higher, while the dollar's a little lower. Crude's a little bit lower. Gold and silver a little bit higher. After the dust settled after the USDA, we're now going to be focused on weather. But USDA really didn't change the corn numbers very much here in the U.S. Some people think that they're too low in demand and in stocks should be a little lower. They did raise Russia and Ukraine corn exports. They did raise the Brazil. They kept the Brazil corn crop unchanged and lowered Argentina. So bottom line is that we're probably still looking at a tight U.S. domestic corn situation, which should help the basis, should help spreads, and eventually help futures. It is a weather market, and so we're going to get the crops planted on time and then see what the weather does this summer. The USDA did mention that out of the 296 million tons of corn stocks, 207 is in China. On the bean side, they left U.S. carryout also unchanged. Some were looking for lower exports and a higher carryout. They did raise the Brazil soybean crop, and they lowered Argentina. In China, they left imports unchanged, but lowered domestic usage 1 million tons and raised in stocks 1 million tons. The domestic soybean oil biofuel use was left unchanged, and meal numbers were also left unchanged, domestic usage and exports. So I think the nearby corn market might be a little bit too high, given the fact that Brazil has a big supply of beans to satisfy, especially China demand. And the new crop might be just a little bit low with not enough weather premium in it based on what our weather forecast could be this summer. In the wheat, they raised U.S. wheat carryout slightly due to lower feed usage. They lowered the HRW and SRW stocks numbers but raised spraying. As far as outside markets, they lowered Argentina exports a little bit. They kept the Russian wheat exports unchanged, although the crop is probably going to be bigger. They did raise European ending stocks, but not enough compared to what people are talking about. So in the wheat market, you have cheaper Russian prices versus the potential of lower Canada, Australia, U.S. Crops, and even lower Black Sea crops this year in 2023. The only country that looks to be seeing an increase in wheat is in Europe. Still, yesterday there were no inspections done on the Black Sea. A lot of intense communications and negotiations going on in whether the corridor will be extended for Ukraine exports or not.